JonBenét Patricia Ramsey was a 6-year-old beauty queen whose tragic and mysterious death in her own family home shook the entire United States in the late 1990s. The case remains one of the most infamous unsolved murders in American history, filled with questions, controversies, and conspiracy theories that still puzzle investigators and the public alike. The ransom note was unusually long, handwritten on a pad from the Ramsey house. It was full of spelling errors and demanded money in exchange for JonBenét's safe return. Investigators questioned its authenticity. Many experts believed the note was staged to mislead the police and possibly written by someone familiar with the family. The note's tone and demands confused everyone, raising more questions than answers. The ransom note was unusually long, handwritten on a pad from the Ramsey house. It was full of spelling errors and demanded money in exchange for JonBenét's safe return. Investigators questioned its authenticity. Many experts believed the note was staged to mislead the police and possibly written by someone familiar with the family. The note's tone and demands confused everyone, raising more questions than answers. From the start, suspicions surrounded JonBenét's parents, John and Patsy Ramsey. The police and media questioned their behavior and motives. The family's wealth and public image made the case highly sensational. Many believed that the crime scene showed signs of staging, suggesting the possibility of a family member's involvement. However, John and Patsy consistently denied any wrongdoing and cooperated with the investigation. Another theory suggested an intruder broke into the Ramsey house. Police found unidentified DNA on JonBenét's clothing that did not match any family members. However, the house showed no clear signs of forced entry. Some investigators believed a stranger could have entered through an unlocked window or door, while others doubted this due to the lack of evidence. The mystery of the unknown DNA added a puzzling element to the case. The JonBenét Ramsey case became a media sensation with endless speculation, documentaries, and talk shows dedicated to the mystery. The public was fascinated by the blend of innocence, beauty pageants, and tragedy. Media coverage sometimes complicated the investigation, spreading rumors and misinformation. Yet, this attention kept the case alive, pushing investigators to keep searching for the truth. The autopsy revealed JonBenét died from a combination of strangulation and blunt force trauma to the head. The cause of death was strangulation by a garrote made from a cord found near her body. The blunt force trauma suggested she had been hit hard, possibly before being strangled. The medical examiner also found evidence of old bruises, but no sexual assault. This medical evidence added more complexity to the investigation, suggesting a violent and personal attack. The Boulder County Grand Jury investigated the Ramsey family intensively. After months of inquiry in 1999, they decided not to charge the Ramseys due to insufficient evidence. The jury's report mentioned many theories but did not conclusively name a suspect. The Ramseys filed a defamation lawsuit against the Boulder Police Department, claiming mishandling of the case. This legal battle prolonged the mystery and kept the media spotlight on the family. In 2008, advances in DNA technology led to new testing of evidence from the Ramsey case. DNA found on JonBenét's clothing was linked to an unidentified male who was neither John nor Patsy Ramsey. This discovery cleared the Ramseys in the eyes of the law but opened new questions about the intruder's identity. Despite this progress, no arrest has ever been made based on this DNA evidence. Over the years, many alternative theories have emerged. Some suggest a jealous family member or friend might be responsible. Others propose a stranger or pedophile living nearby. Some theories even point to a cover-up by the police or government officials. Despite multiple suspects named over the years, none have been conclusively proven guilty, keeping the mystery alive and unresolved. The JonBenét Ramsey case changed the way the American public views crime, media, and justice. It raised questions about how investigations should be handled, the impact of media sensationalism, and the privacy of victims and their families. Even after more than 2 decades, the case continues to be a source of fascination, study, and debate. For many, JonBenét remains a symbol of lost innocence and the need for truth. From the moment JonBenét's disappearance became public, the media frenzy was intense and relentless. News outlets across the nation sensationalized every detail, often speculating without solid evidence. Tabloid headlines screamed accusations and conspiracy theories, turning the case into a media circus. This obsession affected the investigation itself. Some believe it pressured law enforcement and influenced public opinion unfairly. The relentless media coverage also raised ethical questions about privacy and respect for victims' families. Patsy Ramsey, JonBenét's mother, was both a figure of sympathy and suspicion. Her public appearances were scrutinized heavily by media and the public alike. She consistently maintained her innocence, fighting both legal battles and the court of public opinion. Patsy filed defamation lawsuits against various media outlets for false accusations. Despite these efforts, the stigma surrounding her name never fully dissipated, highlighting how public perception can be as impactful as legal verdicts. The Boulder Police Department faced intense criticism for its handling of the case. Early missteps, such as allowing media access to the crime scene and delayed interrogation of key witnesses, damaged the integrity of the investigation. Critics argue these errors may have compromised evidence and complicated the pursuit of justice. Internal disagreements and public pressure further strained the department during this high-profile case. The Ramsey family's dynamics came under intense scrutiny following the tragedy. Psychologists and profilers examined family interactions and possible motives. The immense grief combined with suspicion created a highly charged atmosphere. Both John and Patsy Ramsey struggled publicly and privately, coping with accusations, media attention, and personal loss. The psychological toll of the case highlights how trauma can impact families long after the event. Despite decades of investigation, the JonBenét Ramsey case remains officially unsolved. New documentaries, podcasts, and books continue to revisit the mystery. Interest in the case is sustained by the unresolved questions and the human tragedy at its core. Law enforcement occasionally revisits evidence as technology advances, keeping hope alive that one day the truth will emerge and justice will be served. Over the years, many theories have emerged about who might be responsible for JonBenét's death. Some suspect family members, others point to intruders or unknown criminals. The media often favored sensational suspects, while experts argued that some theories lacked evidence. The intruder theory, for example, gained attention but had inconsistencies. These varied theories contributed to confusion and divided public opinion, making the search for truth more complicated. Forensic science played a crucial role but also faced limitations in this case. Early forensic technology was not advanced enough to conclusively identify DNA or fingerprints. Over time, new methods like advanced DNA testing have been applied to old evidence. These developments revived hope, but also introduced new questions when tests yielded inconclusive or conflicting results. The evolving nature of forensic science illustrates the challenges in solving cold cases. The tragedy brought national attention to child safety issues. Parents across the USA became more cautious about protecting their children from potential dangers, especially in their own homes. Campaigns promoting child safety, stranger danger awareness, and home security saw increased support. Schools and communities also discussed the importance of vigilance, making JonBenét's case a tragic catalyst for widespread public education on child protection. Even decades later, JonBenét's story evokes deep sympathy and sorrow worldwide. Memorials, charity events, and awareness campaigns honor her memory. Her tragic death has inspired changes in laws and policies related to child abuse and missing children. JonBenét remains a symbol of innocence lost and a reminder of the importance of vigilance and justice for vulnerable children everywhere. The combination of mystery, tragedy, and unanswered questions continues to fascinate true crime enthusiasts and the general public. It represents the complexity of criminal investigations, media influence, and the human desire for justice. Every year, new audiences discover the case through documentaries, books, and online discussions, keeping JonBenét's story alive in popular culture. The case's unresolved nature makes it a haunting, compelling story that will likely endure for generations.